और वो भी रिकॉर्ड है कहाँ चल रहा है टाइमिंग
रेड टाइम ये रेड पॉइंट आ रहा
है
है ये रेड पॉइंट आ रहा है रिकॉर्डिंग
हाँ हाँ
ये इंडिकेट रेड का
ओके इसमें 5 घंटे 33 मिनट क्या है
Around
2, 3 would be
4,
women.
5 only.
But more women work in farming, right? They just don't
Yes,
come to
in the villages, they are working.
Yes.
But they are not able to come outside.
Yes,
They
yes.
don't want, don't
They
have
can't
not
leave
stay
the,
the time.
they don't leave the family, yes.
Yeah.
It always come back to needing to cook in the morning
Yeah.
and they and have a baby for the dinner, no?
Bangladeş'te başlansızlıklar ordu kapıları.
I don't I have to Mahmoud license? Yes.
Yes, Malhotra.
So you probably
कैश ले लो सर इनसे शॉप लेनी तो दे क्या
नहीं कुछ नजर आ रहा हो
Please stand all of us and welcome the guest of honor with a round of applause. Us gathered here today. Now I request Dr. Bilu Yadav, JDH cum Principal STI, Ms. Sara Olga Yanowski, Ms. Shani Rappaport, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, Vice Chancellor MSU, and Dr. S.K. Yadav for enlightening the lamp and illuminate our path, marking the welcome to this auspicious occasion. Moving ahead, may I now invite Dr. Bilu Yadav, Joint Director cum Principal, Horticulture Training Institute, to present the bouquet and memento to Ms. Sara Olga Yanowski, Political Advisor, Embassy of Israel. To present the memento and bouquet to Ms. Shani Rappaport, Head Public Diplomacy, Embassy of Israel. Dr. Satendra Kumar Yadav, Deputy Director Horticulture, IBDC Ramnagar. I will welcome Dr. Bilu Yadav to present the bouquet and memento to Dr. S.K. Yadav. I also invite Dr. Bilu Yadav to present the bouquet and memento to our worthy chief guest, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, Vice Chancellor, MHU Karnal. Now I invite Dr. Bilu Yadav to present the memento to Miss Anumeha Bhardwaj, Mashao Officer. Now I invite Dr. Bilu Yadav to present the memento to Ms. Smridhi Gupta, the press officer. Thank you, sir, for presenting the memento and bouquet to our esteemed guests. I invite Dr. Bilu Yadav to present a memento to Ms. Shani Rapaport, Head Public Diplomacy, Embassy of Israel. I also invite him to present the memento to our worthy Deputy Director Horticulture, Dr. S.K. Yadav. Once more, I invite Dr. Bilu Yadav to present the memento to our worthy chief guest, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, Vice Chancellor, MHU Karnal. Thank you, Dr. Bilu Yadav, for presenting the mementos to all our esteemed guests. A leader dedicated to transforming Haryana's horticulture landscape, with his vision guiding countless initiatives across the state, I sincerely welcome Dr. Bilu Yadav, Joint Director cum Horticulture Principal, Horticulture Training Institute, Karnal. Moving ahead, a pillar of innovation and dedication in agricultural development, we sincerely welcome Dr. S.K. Yadav, Deputy Director, Horticulture, whose leadership continues to shape a bright future for our farming communities. Representing a strong bridge of collaboration between India and Israel, we sincerely welcome Ms. Sara Olga Yanosky, Political Advisor, Embassy of Israel, whose work strengthens international cooperations in agriculture. A champion of innovation and global partnerships, we are honored to welcome Ms. Shani Rapaport, whose insights connect technology with empowerment. From empowering women globally through Masha, we sincerely welcome Ms. Anumeha Bhardwaj. It is our distinct pleasure to welcome Ms. Smridhi Gupta, the press officer. A driving force behind impactful agricultural collaborations, we also welcome Mr. Brahim Dev, the project officer, Mashao. It is our profound honor and distinct pleasure to welcome our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, whose presence is not just an attendance but is an inspiration to all of us. We deeply appreciate your worthy taking the time to share your perspective with us today. Your visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to academic excellence have steered to new heights. Distinguished guests, respected officials, and esteemed participants, it is my honor to welcome you all to this Indo-Israel training program on women empowerment in agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of our nation, and women are its strongest support. Across the world, women constitute nearly 43% of the agricultural workforce. In India, more than 70% of rural women are engaged in farming and allied sectors, contributing not only as cultivators and laborers, but also as entrepreneurs, innovators, and leaders in their communities. Yet, their immense contribution often remains under-recognized, and their access to technology, training, finance, and decision-making opportunities is still limited. This program is a step towards bridging the gap. Over the next 2 days, we will exchange knowledge and experience, learn about cutting-edge technologies like drones and water treatment, explore value addition in honey and nursery management practices, and will discuss the legal and social dimensions of gender equality in agriculture. This collaboration between India and Israel reflects our shared commitment to inclusive and sustainable agricultural growth. Together, let us reaffirm our resolve to create an ecosystem where women farmers are not just participants but pioneers shaping the future of agriculture. I once again welcome you all and wish this training a great success ahead. Now may I invite Dr. Bilu Yadav, JDH cum Principal HTI, for the opening remarks for our participants.
Very good morning to all of you. First of all, I heartily welcome to all the participants to come and attend this training program. And it is my great pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, Vice Chancellor, Maharana Pratap Horticulture University, Karnal. I also welcome Ms. Sara Olga, Political Advisor, Ms. Sani Raportier, Trust Secretary from Embassy of Israel. I also welcome my colleagues, Dr. Stender Yadav, Deputy Director, Horticulture, IBDC, Mr. Brahmdev, Mrs. Anu Mehwa from Embassy of Israel, and all the participants from different state of India. So first of all, I congratulate to Massaw, Embassy of Israel and Department of Horticulture to organize women this training program, especially for the women empowerment in agriculture. So, about the Indo-Israel bilateral cooperation, all of you are working on the Center of Excellence under Indo-Israel project. So, I think all our participants are well known about the bilateral cooperation between both the countries. India and Israel have a strong and very true relationship, and as a part of this cooperation, India has established and establishing 33 has been established and 17 Center of Excellence are under development. So India has developed 50 Center of Excellence in India in different states of our country. So this is the great achievement in this agriculture field, and we are getting the benefit of these Center of Excellence because agriculture is our backbone, and we are improving the agriculture practice through this Center of Excellence. So we have among 50 Center of Excellence in Haryana, we have established first Center of Excellence for vegetable in Gharonda. After the establishment of this center and successful implementation, all the Center of Excellence are establishing or established. And under Indo-Israel plan, we have 6 Center of Excellence in Haryana state. One in Center of Excellence for Gharonda. Second is our Center of Excellence for Fruit Mangyana. Third was Subtropical Fruits Center of Excellence at Ladwa. And fourth one, Integrated Beekeeping Development Center. This is the first center in India, beekeeping center. And recently we have established one more center, semi-arid subtropical fruits at Gignau, Bhiwani. And one floriculture center we have established in Jhajjar. So we have 6 Center of Excellence in Haryana state. So it is very great achievement for Haryana also. And about our trainings institute, I would like to brief about the activity of this institute. So this institute is established under state scheme in 96, and this is center provide the training for the farmers whole of the years. We have the training programs, weekly training programs for the farmer, and qualified packs under Agriculture Skill Council of India. We have 3-4 qualified packs like gardener, nursery management, or protected cultivation. Like this, we have the 4-5 qualified packs. And we are also conducting the diploma courses for the students under Vishwakarma Skill University, Palwal. So we have the 2 diploma courses, diploma in horticulture and diploma in fruit and vegetable. So we have the 2 diploma courses here for 1-year programs. So whole of the year we are conducting the training programs. Both the trainings are practical as well as for the classroom training. So we have the training all of the years. So this is all about our institute. So again I welcome all the participants and hope you will get the knowledge. You will visit 3 of Center of Excellence in this training. So you will have the exposure of our Center of Excellence also. So I again welcome all the participants from the different states, and I also welcome our chief guest, and from the Embassy of Israel I welcome again and again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, moving ahead, I would like to invite Dr. S.K. Yadav, Deputy Director Horticulture, to brief about the training program to our participants.
Thank you. So, first of all, I congratulate all the participants who are travel across the India, and I see he is a mini India in front of me. So, I welcome our chief guest, Dr. Malhotra, other dignitaries on the dais, and my friend Dr. Billy Yadav also explain about the Indo-Israel work plan in India and how this strong partnership is growing in India. We start with 1 Center of Excellence in 2010, and now we cross half century, maybe in this year or the coming years. So it's a great achievement, and I appreciate the efforts made by Brahmdev and the Embassy of Israel. This specially tailor-made design for the women workshop in agriculture. When we talk about the word agriculture, it comes the image of a man farmer, not a woman farmer. So this is really a milestone which can turn our mindset. The women can play the major role in agriculture. When we are sitting in the room along with the chief guest and other dignitaries, Sara Ansari and Brahmdev and Nisha Solanki also. So we are discussing about the role of women in agriculture because of the technology intervention comes in agriculture and recent past few years. I believe in the coming 4 years the scenario will change completely. The mechanization and women's, I think this will be the key point which will turn our agriculture scenario. So I don't take so much time and really found myself thankful, and I thank you all of you and your efforts made in a short notice because something are planned in a very short notice. And I know its government sector need many clearance to travel with other states. So I really thankful to all the states. They give clearance to the timely clearance. And I need to apologize because few of our colleagues are not reaching from various states because of the flight tickets and the clearance from the government side. So thank you, and our day is hectic. So please be patient with us because we travel a lot to 2-3 centers. Because if we miss something, if we not visit all the centers, they are really the pioneer in technology demonstration. So be patient, and I hope it will be a hectic, long day. So thank you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Sara Gajanowski, Political Advisor, Embassy of Israel, for her opening remarks.
Thank you very much. Namaste. Good morning. Good morning to Chief Guest Dr. S.K. Malhotra, Vice Chancellor of the Horticulture University of Karnal. It was a pleasure to hear about it today. Thank you so much for hosting us at this prestigious institution, Dr. Bilu Yadav, Principal of this very inspiring training institute, Dr. S.K. Yadav, Deputy Director Horticulture. Nice to see you today. And good morning, of course, to all the inspiring women present today. It's really an honor and a privilege to stand here at this gathering that is dedicated to women leaders in Indian agriculture. I bring you warm greetings from the people of Israel, and especially from the women in Israel who, like you, are transforming agriculture every single day in their minds, their hands, their hearts. As we heard from Dr. Bilu Yadav, we share a very deep and growing partnership, our two nations, and especially in the field of agriculture. As we've heard, we have together established 33 centers of excellence and are planning to have soon 50. And in those centers we share best practices. We develop technologies and innovation in agriculture, including horticulture, floriculture, orchard management, apiculture, beekeeping. And we also supply young, healthy plants to the farmers in the area and organize training courses at the centers, but also in Israel, to professional officers like yourself in partnership with the governments. And this is really the right time to also say thank you for this wonderful partnership we have with the state government of Haryana and the government of India in particular. Now, I have participated in several opening ceremonies of training courses like these. And I was always very impressed by the very high quality of the participants like you, and also of the lectures. But this training is different. It is different because usually I have to look around very, very carefully. I have to look left and right and all around the room in order to find a few women, right? So the participants are really impressive professionals, but we need to see more women leaders, I believe. So I recently heard that most women in rural areas in India actually work in agriculture, and which means they sow the seeds, they harvest the crops. Many of them manage their own farms. I recently participated in a farmers event in Bihar, and I met some very impressive people, including women. There was a woman who established her own mushroom farm very successfully. And it showed me that women are the source of life, just as agriculture is the source of life. And that's why empowering women in agriculture is a necessity in both our nations, both in Israel and India. And I've now spent 1 year in this amazing country. And in this 1 year I've learned that our nations share so many values. And one of the values we share is the belief that if you empower a woman, you empower a nation. So I see the strength in both our nations. The strength and the courage and the opportunities that we need to open and that we are developing in both our nations. Here in India, you are not just producers, you are problem solvers, just as we in Israel. You're not just workers, you are leaders. And your leadership is essential, not just in agriculture, but in food security, in climate resilience, in rural development, and also in water technologies, in order to bring high quality water both to agriculture and to our homes. And I'm very, very proud that I can say that at our embassy, we have an attaché who is responsible only for cooperation in water technologies, and she's a woman, a professional engineer, who works to strengthen the cooperation between our countries in that field. But if we're honest, we know that the challenge still remains. Women's voices have to be heard more. Women have to be seen more. And I would like to reaffirm that we do not only want to strengthen our agricultural cooperation between the countries, but also support the empowerment of women in both our countries. In order to have equal access to knowledge, to technology, to opportunity, and do more together. What I would like to envision is that a young girl in a village, whether it's in an Indian village or a kibbutz in Israel, believes that she can become a leading agronomist, a policymaker, a businesswoman in the field of agriculture, and that women are not just part of a conversation, but lead the conversation. And all of you who are sitting here, I see you as role models for that. You are the reason why change is happening, and I congratulate your strength and your commitment to your communities and your country. So I wish for all of us to continue to learn from one another and continue to innovate together and build a future where women in agriculture are not an exception, but a foundation. I wish you a wonderful training course, and it's really a pleasure and very, very refreshing to see you all here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sarah, for your warm words of inspiration for all of us gathered here today. Now, moving ahead, I would like to call our worthy chief guest, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, Vice Chancellor, MHU Karnal, for his opening remarks for our participants.
Well, good morning, everybody. So, our prominent guests for today's program, Sarah Olga Yanovaski, Political Advisor, Embassy of Israel, and our another guest, Shani Rappaport, Itisoni, Head Public Diplomacy, Embassy of Israel, and my good friends, Dr. Bilu Yadav, Dr. S.K. Yadav, and again, I will not forget to mention Mr. Brahmadev. He is in touch with me for the last many years. I remember whenever we discussed Israel-India collaboration, he also came into the picture whenever we invited him and at ministry and others. Many of other colleagues, and the most important, our Matra Shakti, because now these days we are following our Navratri Pujas, 9 days, where we worship our goddess Durga, and we give weightage to equally, and we see that Swaroop in everybody. So great respect to you all. You are present here. Really, it's a matter of great pleasure that Department of Horticulture, jointly with Embassy of Israel, are organizing this important event, Indo-Israel Training on Women Empowerment in Agriculture. Everybody knows that women play a vital role in Indian agriculture. Activities starts with their involvement right from the beginning, when we prepare our field and we sow the seed, and last at the end when we harvest it and do some post-harvest practices for further utilization and distribution. So this is the scenario. They contribute a lot in our food system. These days we are leader in the world market for food production. We produce around 353 million tons of the food grains. Out of this production, around 12 to 15 million tons of the food, rice and wheat, we everywhere send to many countries. 12 to 15 million tons. 120 से 150 लाख टन गेहूं चावल हम दूसरे देशों को भी बेचते हैं, हम अपना तो पेट भरते ही भरते हैं. Just I was telling that we fulfill our own requirement and then we export them. So, and we earn around $50 billion from export to agriculture. So this is the scenario where the role of women is very prominent. At the outset, I already mentioned, but there were, I should say now, socio-cultural barriers, but now those barriers have been broken. Just I was discussing during our introductory meeting that in my university, 60% of the students are girls. Now girls are taking interest in agriculture. They are taking interest in agriculture. They are contributing a lot. I must give my appreciation and compliments to Department of Horticulture, Dr. Billu Yadav, for organizing this program here in Karnal, where we are sharing the campus together, and even they have accommodated us, I should say. They have accommodated us. My university is under construction here, you can see. And again, I would like to mention about the Embassy of Israel for sponsoring this important program. In the past, I got chance to visit Israel twice. I accompanied the Honorable Minister, Cabinet Minister of Agriculture, and then we had a long series of meetings with the Israel officers, and we discussed we finalized joint working programs, joint collaborations we finalized, and Israel has been very kind enough, and we have very good relations with this country. And if you ask the Israel people, they will say that yes, India is one of our preference country, where we would like to spend our time, where we would like to go and meet the people. So we have strong relations where we have bilateral cooperation on many fronts. Either you speak about defense, either you speak about agriculture, either you speak about science and technology, and also in the area of defense I mentioned. So we have a strong relationships where we contribute and share knowledge together. Many of the skill development programs are also organized. So here, just I was going through this program. This program has been specially customized for the benefit of the women. So this program is going to provide a wide knowledge about the different fronts in agriculture. Either it is a allied sector, beekeeping, mushroom, then use of the drones in agriculture, and Government of India started an important program, Drone Didi program. You all are aware about that. So this is an important program. Why this program was started? This program was started with the objective that our women should be involved in this program, where they could even earn and learn, and even they can further extend the services of drone for the application in agriculture and some other areas also. So agriculture, there are a lot of opportunities to apply the services of drone. And when I was Agriculture Commissioner with Government of India, we started that program, and even we formulated different kind of protocols related to application of the pesticides. Those protocols were fine-tuned, application of the fertilizers, application of the even other inputs which are water soluble in nature, maybe bio also, but some other trials are also going on, where we are on the way to increase the efficiency, input use efficiency I should say in particular, so that proficiency is maintained and all works in agriculture are attended at the earliest possible with cost effectiveness. This was the basic objective for this program. Government of India has already launched Vision 2047. In the year 2047, India will attain 100 years of its independence. So today we have reached to the level of 353 million tons of the food grains, 360 million tons of the horticultural produce. We want to further grow in this sector, because by the time we attain 2047, our population increase will be there, and in accordance we need to increase our production, and productivity led growth is very important for us. That's why all programs have been tuned in this way, where we can attain productivity led growth, and 670 million ton of the food grains will be required by 2047. From present level of 353, we need to increase to 670 million ton. Very big challenge. It is a big challenge for us, but we are confident. Why we are confident? Because our past performances have built up our confidence. That's why we say with confidence we will be in a position to have such a great level, and we are going to address all issues in that chain. But anyway, there are many things to share with you. Because of the shortage of time, I'll stop my remarks here with my best wishes to you all for this 2 days program, Women Empowerment in Agriculture, where you will get chance to get many updates related to agriculture, which you can just note down and see how you can better apply at your workplace, so that you can contribute in the enhancement of the food production, and further you can contribute in addressing the food security, nutritional security and income security of the country. Thank you so much. I again convey my best wishes to the organizers, and also compliments for such initiatives where these customized new programs with a greater focus on women has been made. And I also do not forget to place and record the support of Embassy of Israel for such important programs where we are working together. Thank you so much once again. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr. Malhotra, for being so honest and appreciating the efforts and strength of the women in agriculture. Moreover, it's our honor to have your accommodation in our premises. You are truly inspirational for all of us. Now, beginning our technical sessions, I would like to invite Ms. Shani Rappaport, Head Public Diplomacy Embassy of Israel, for her opening remarks as well as the lecture on Innovation for Women in Agriculture, the Israeli Experience.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me? Yeah, so first of all, good morning to you, ladies officers, distinguished guests, and experts. I'm very happy to see you all, just as Sarah said. It's very invigorating, and I don't know if you noticed, but I light up when I see a lot of women in the crowd. As it was mentioned, my name is Shani, and I'm head of the Public Diplomacy Department here at the Embassy of Israel in India. This is my 4th year in India, so I had a chance to go to a lot of meetings, whether it's with officers in agriculture, whether it's in universities, part of what I do. I'm in charge of academic ties, so I meet a lot of students, and I always count the ratio of female-male in the room. When it's more females, I smile. Otherwise, I start asking questions. And the professors don't necessarily like it, but they still answer. I feel that women empowerment and gender equality are topics that, unfortunately, we all have to address, we all have to think about. It's part of our everyday lives. I think for us as women, it's just something that we notice more, because it's part of us, because we all had difficulties. I'm sure that even though I'm sure your lives were different than mine, there are some similarities that we did encounter. And some stories will sound just the same, even though I grew up in Israel and you grew up in India, and we can't say that the countries are one-on-one, right? So I will share with you a little bit about my personal experience, the stories of Israel. I hope it won't be too long for you. I hope you'll enjoy. So first of all, I want to mention that India and Israel are among the few nations that have had women prime ministers, and also around the same time. For us, it was our 4th prime minister. Her name was Golda Meir, and I'm sure you know, no one in this room has not heard of Indira Gandhi. Of course, that was the 3rd prime minister of India, and she was even the only female prime minister of India till today. Of course, I'm not forgetting you have a female president currently, and I think it's something that as Indians, as female Indians, you should be very proud of. The first many things that when I meet people in India, that they tell me that they know about Israel are usually army, agriculture, and technology. All 3 are usually dominated by male. Even though we see an increase in India and also in Israel and in the world as globally in the last few years. Now I want to tell you a short story about a woman named Alice Miller. Before, Israel is a young country, similarly to India. We were established in 1948, so we're very close in age. Now, before our country was established and we had to fight for our independence, of course, women and male, everyone fights together, right? Suddenly, after the country was established in the Israeli Defense Force, female could only mostly do either administrative work or training work, nothing in combat. In 1995, I believe, Alice Miller, she is a Jewish person. She grew up in South Africa and she had a civil aviation, so she was a pilot, but only civilian in South Africa. And when she wanted to join the army as a combat pilot, of course she was told, you all say this, of course no. She decided to fight. She decided, I'm not going to hear no, I want to hear yes. And of course she became a role model and she won her landmark case in the Supreme Court. And I believe Sarah will tell you, and also I, when I joined the army, there was no such, there was not a no. Everything was open to us. It might not be our interest, we might not have wanted to be a pilot, but we could. We could try out for any job that we seemed fit, and of course that the army seemed fit. But we weren't told no because of our gender. And I think that the fact that a few years later that we didn't have that no says a lot. And we should thank Alice Miller. Now, a very small anecdote about Alice Miller. Her husband is Indian. She gave birth to her 2 daughters here in India, and they live their lives partially in Israel, partially in India, in the Himalaya area. So today, women make about 17% of the combat forces in the Israeli Defense Force. Okay, not 50%, which is what I would want. As I mentioned, maybe 60% would be better. But I'm saying thank you for what we have, right? Because as you know, we are at least 50% of the population, so we should be represented in every field. We have a few initiatives in different fields that are working hard to make sure that women are part of the decision-making policies that are leading in, whether it's in the parliament or whether it's in the business world. But all are very important and all are still working hard to have us as 50%. I wish I could tell you that in Israel, women are 50% of each table, of each decision-making table, but no, the situation is not perfect either, and we're working hard. But this is why I think we wanted this program to come out, and this is why we try to do a program similar to this at least once a year. I've been to one already that Devin and Umea probably remember. I think it was 2 years ago. We brought 4 female agronomists from Israel, again, to sit with women officers from the government of India and to train them, especially women to women. Of course, the professional training stays the same, right? But there are different experiences that we can share and that sometimes are different, and sometimes it's very nice to sit in a room and see more female officers, like, right? I know you agree, I see the smiles. Now, about the Israeli agriculture and innovation. I'm sure you heard that Israel is a pioneer in agriculture, and Israel had to be because the innovation came out of necessity. Israel has a dry, water-scarce land, and inventing drip irrigation to advancing precision agriculture, it was something that we just had to do. We had to find a way to do it. Now we have different institutions that are doing a lot of research, and we have Mashav, our development agency, that does a lot of work globally to help other countries to improve whether it's food security, whether it's water management, and different programs. I want to share with you another story of a woman that I find her very inspiring. Her name is Noy Hadass. She founded a company called Noy Hasadeh. She was a daughter of a farmer, and this is what she wanted to do when she grew up. And of course, she looked at the people around her who are doing farming and agriculture when she was starting in the beginning of her 20s. And of course, she mainly saw males around her. But she decided that she's not going to let it, tell her, okay, let's try something else, let's try and go to teaching or business or law. She became an entrepreneur, and today she empowers other women farmers, and she's combining traditional agriculture knowledge with the modern technology. And through her company, she also provides other female farmers with access to the advancing tools, to training, and to market opportunities. And she's helping them succeed in this still male-dominated field, even in Israel. Now, why I wanted to talk about her, because obviously she's a female, but she decided, she will do it even though it seems hard, even though it seems like maybe there's not a chance. And I have to mention, she's only 35 and she just gave birth to her 5th kid. So I'm sure some of you can relate about the hard times of having a business, having a family. It's 2 jobs, right? like we discussed before. Women have 2 jobs at all times. Finally, a quick note personally, in my cadet course in the ministry, we were the first course to have, not the first course to have a majority of women, but we had 17 women and only 6 males, which was a big majority if you look at the percentage. And in our embassy, in the political section, we're a majority of females, which I say proudly wherever I go. Even today, you can see. Dev, let's say Dev is not here, so we're 4 females from the political section. I care about you, Dev, but for a minute. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I usually meet, I count how many women are in the hall, and I'm happy to say that in most interactions that I've been to, at least with students, we had a majority of women, and I was very happy about it. And I made sure that the professors that I met will know that it's important for me, that I think it's important for India. And I always ask about the ratio in the general population of the university and also in the staff. And I want you all to remember, besides thanking you for coming here, and I'm hoping that you will gain a lot of value from this program, not only on the women empowerment, but the professional side. I hope you find it useful for you. I want you all to remember that you are each a role model. You come back to where you work, and even when you come back home, there are young females, maybe they're students, maybe they're just kids, maybe they're 7-year-olds, but they see you working. They don't have to be your own family members or your own daughters, but they see you working hard, they see you fulfilling yourself, they see you managing the 2 jobs, not just one, and you're a role model. So just remember that and be proud of yourselves. I'm very proud of you all, and I'm proud to be here.
Thank you, Ms. Shani. Now, moving ahead for the session, now I would like to invite Ms. Anumeha Bhardwaj, Mashav Officer, for her lecture on Women Empowerment in Agriculture.
Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure being a part. Being a part of this conference. I'm Anumeha Bhardwaj, working at the embassy. It's now been over 1.5 decades that I'm working at the embassy, and throughout my professional journey here, I have felt secure, concerned, and motivated. And I think women empowerment is not just hiring women in the team, but it's also about making their voices and opinions heard and work in the team as well. So we'll just start with a short presentation about the Indo-Israel Agriculture Project as well. Next slide. Mashav is Israel's agency for international development cooperation, and that was established in the year 1958 with the then Foreign Minister Golda Meir, which Shani mentioned is a woman herself, and the then Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion, to assist fellow nations overcome development challenges by sharing know-how and technologies, which provided the basis of Israel's own development. Here are the few sectors where basically Mashav worked, that is agriculture, education, health, innovation and water. Majorly in India, we are working with agriculture and water. Since in agriculture, we are working with the Indo-Israel Agriculture Project, which is one of the largest projects we have across the world. And also in water, we now have a lot of projects coming up with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs across India as well. And as part of this Center of Excellence we have under the Indo-Israel Agriculture Projects, right now we have 33 Centers of Excellence that are fully active across India, and 17 are being initiated, more initiated in India as well. In this important project, we have four major stakeholders. One is MIDH, the Ministry of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, the state governments, Mashab, Israel's Agency for International Development Cooperation, and the Embassy of Israel, who is actually implementing Israel's knowledge through this project in India. We have different crops that are being there in the IIAP, that is vegetables, mango, pomegranate, citrus, and beekeeping. So through this project in India, we actually provide professional capacity building trainings in India and in Israel, training of trainers approach, demonstration of advanced Israeli agricultural technologies and concept, and adaptation to the existing local needs with local experts. This is the Center of Excellence model we have. This is a picture from the Center of Excellence for Vegetables in Tamil Nadu, Dindigul. Approximately, we have more than 1 lakh visitors visiting the centers every year. This is an example of a capacity building activities. Train the trainer activities at the center. We have this Israeli expert who comes to different center of excellence to train the Indian trainers. Demonstrating the knowledge transfer. As per the data in 2024 and 25 till now, we have conducted 16 trainings in our different center of excellence, and we have more than 500 participants participating in all these trainings. So this is a demonstration of nursery management where we actually produce premium quality seedlings in our centers of excellence. And a demonstration of the irrigation and fertigation management. Demonstration of best cultivation practices at our center. So what Mashab do for women empowerment? We focus on strengthening entrepreneurial skills, innovation through capacity building trainings, transfer of individual and community leadership skills, strategies related to women's economic empowerment. And all this we achieve through our Mashab global courses we have across, we have in Israel, that is like international training where we have 25 participants from all over the world who share their experiences, and when they come back they have a theoretical and a practical knowledge what are being actually taught in Israel. Thank you. And one more thing I wanted to say, that in view of women empowerment in agriculture, it involves ensuring women have equal access to productive resources like land ownership, modern technology and training, which are often being restricted by gender norms. Empowering women farmers also lead to better family nutrition, health and education. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anumena. Now I request all of you to please stand on your respective seats for the group photograph. Please adjust yourself according to the height so that all can be visible in the photograph.
But not the regular one, not dal. Yeah, atta. Not the regular dal sabzi, you cannot.
See, some things you can tell us and we understand why.
Yes.
It's very interesting because it's mostly how to know, because in India so many people are doing different things. right? It will be the same. They will all mention the same days, like now it's the Navaratri, right?
Yes, and
So
also
it's the
it's
9
Durga
days, but
Puja for
every person will do
Bengalis.
something very different.
It's for Durga Puja basically for Bengalis. They have this 4-5 days until Dashera, where they worship Ma Durga. But like what they did is like very different from us. And tomorrow after this, 7 days of period is worshipping young girls. Like we call them home, we prepare special food and we feed them with gifts and food as well.
Young girls?
Yes.
How young? Like
Till 10, 11.
from your family or also
No,
like
no,
just
from the
from
neighbor.
Okay, let's. जैसे ये जो सेंटर है ये बना था 2010 में, 2011 फंक्शनिंग करना चालू करा तो पूरा सेंटर 4 पार्ट में डिवाइड है।
तो बताने चलो कब बना था सेंटर। ये लोग पहले कहाँ जा रहे हो?
आते उसको तो बता
So basically this is the high-tech nursery where we are producing the seedlings for the farmers. This major segment is for the farmers of Haryana, and here we are producing it in the soilless media with the cocoa peat, perlite and vermiculite. That is the major media that we are using, 3:1 ratio. And these are basically right now the season is basically for the cucumbers in the polyhouses in Metro. So you can see maximum segment here for the cucumber and few segments for the open fill and for the net house capsicum. Like this one, Asha, it is a green capsicum, and it is basically for the net house. The polyhouse cultivation that is basically the, you can say, August, after 15th of August to up to, you can say, 5th of September. After that it will get ready. So this is for that. And this whole structure that is in the area of 1792 square meter. And for the farmers of Haryana, we are charging 1 rupee 20 paisa for the cucurbits and 1 rupee 40 paisa for the other crops like tomatoes, capsicums and all. These are the production costs. The farmers, they book the seedlings with us by paying this production cost. It is a per seedling rate, and then after that we sow their seeds. Then we provide them with the identification number that you can see in this stand also. Like the capsicum, this is for the identification of us and for the farmers also. Variety is Asha. Then this one A is the advanced receipt number, या booking number आप कह सकते हैं, and it is the identification number for the farmers because we cannot write the names and all. So this is the basic booking number that we provide them at the time of booking, and this is the date of sowing. At what date we have sown, so that accordingly the you can say the batches can be accommodated here. So this is basically the purpose of growing the seedlings, and in return also we are providing the you can say the subsidy also for the farmers of Haryana, just to promote the horticulture more. For crops like which we are growing in the high value vegetables, particularly like cucumbers, green capsicums and all, we are providing 4 rupee 25 paisa per seedling as an assistance charge, and 1 rupee for the open, because the seeds that are costly for the, you can say the high value vegetables. Yes, seeds are included, production cost is included, everything is included, and even the mortality charge, that is the production cost, they are less, and in return we are providing subsidy 4 rupee 25 paisa. for the polyhouse cultivation drum. For open field 1 rupee per.
Ma'am, sowing manually करती है seeder machine?
Ma'am, we have seeding machine also. When we have rush, then we use particularly for the cucumbers and muskmelons, we use that sowing machine. And other than that, we are doing. We have around 10 laborers that are working under this high-tech nursery, and they are doing all the work, like mixing of the media, like preparation of media, mixing, and then sowing everything.
10 laborers for this?
For particularly for the NVPH, yes. And overall around 10 for the protected cultivation, because we have 21 structures here, so it is difficult to maintain by less number of people, and it requires training, pruning regularly, so that is also one of the फर्टिलाइजर शेड्यूल मैम एक्चुअली डिपेंड करता है क्योंकि सीडलिंग्स चेंज होता रहता है, तो वो बेसिकली कुछ फिक्स किया हुआ है। आप करवा रहे हो बूम इरीगेशन से करवा रहे हैं हम सारा, फर्टिगेशन भी, वाटरिंग भी करवाना है, और सारे वाटर सॉल्युबल फर्टिलाइजर्स का यूज होता है। पेस्टिसाइड भी आप सब वो मैनुअली हम स्लॉट वाइज भी, अगर कुछ लॉट में कुछ लगता है या फिर प्रिकॉशनरी, दैट इज़ मैनुअली, बट मेजर जो वाटरिंग एंड फर्टिगेशन है वो बूम के थ्रू करते हैं। मैम ये अब देख लीजिए, अब ये सारा हमारा अभी अपग्रेड हुआ है सारा, तो ये सारा पुराना था 2011 में जब हमारा स्टार्ट, कुछ उसमें सीड एक्स्ट्रा भी जाता है। हाँ, एक्स्ट्रा भी होता है, अराउंड 100 to 150 रहता है, वो तो उसका पर्सनल रहता है, टेक्निकली तो कहाँ पे ब्रांडिंग नहीं रहता है, मॉडल
उसको जर्मिनेशन परसेंट लिखा होता है, जर्मिनेशन होता है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग कैलकुलेट करते हैं, उसके अलावा 1-2 पैकेट एक्स्ट्रा हम मंगवाते हैं, और ताकि मतलब तो हम कम ना पड़े, और वो एक्स्ट्रा तैयार भी करवाते हैं कि फील्ड में भी मोटिलिटी आती है, तो वो 2-3-4 ट्रे एक्स्ट्रा भी खुद से तैयार कराते हैं कि कुछ होगा तो वो उसको गैप फिलिंग करते हैं। हाँ, वो बिल भी उस हिसाब से होता है ना, जितने हेल्दी सीडलिंग देते हैं उसके हिसाब से उनको प्राइस पे करना है। उनको प्राइस तो मैम स्टार्टिंग में ही करवाते हैं, एट द टाइम ऑफ बुकिंग हम चार्जेस ले रहे हैं उनसे, हाफ और फुल लाइक फॉर 10,000 अगर उन्हें करवाना है तैयार, तो हम 10,000 का ही चार्ज करते हैं उनसे, बिकॉज मैम इतनी फ्यूचर में आप नहीं पता लगा पाओगे कितनी मोर्टेलिटी रहेगी क्या है। वैसे तो बहुत कम चांसेस होते हैं, रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर चांस होता है इस तरह का कोई केस अंदर आता है, अगर होता है तो वो कंपनसेट हो जाता है मैम, क्योंकि 1-2 ट्रेज एक्स्ट्रा जाती हैं हमेशा पैकेट से। जो सप्लिंग्स तैयार करते हैं उसका सक्सेस रेशो कैसा है? यहाँ का कहेंगे बहुत अच्छा है, जब सीड्स 95 to 100%, बिल्कुल अबाउ 90, क्यूकम्बर्स में तो 100% है। कलर्ड कैप्सिकम, रेड, येलो, चॉकलेट कलर, ब्राउन कलर, टोमेटोज, चेरी टोमेटोज, रेड एंड येलो, एंड देन ग्रीन कैप्सिकम, कुकुम्बर्स, सीडलेस ब्रिंजल, पार्थेनोकार्पिक ब्रिंजल, स्ट्रॉबेरी, etc. लाइक चिलीज, ये सभी क्रॉप्स हम मेजरली प्रोटेक्टेड स्ट्रक्चर्स के अंदर अभी लगाते हैं। इट इज़ नेचुरली वेंटिलेटेड, क्योंकि इसमें एग्जॉस्ट फैन या कुछ भी नहीं है, केवल साइड वेंट्स हैं। टेम्परेचर हाउ यू आर मेंटेनिंग द टेम्परेचर? हम साइड वेंट्स है सिर्फ इन्हीं के थ्रू, एंड टॉप वेंट्स हैं, क्योंकि नेचुरली वेंटिलेटेड है तो इसी के थ्रू। कितना टेम्परेचर है? साथ में मैम जो एल्यूमिनेट नेट आप देख पा रहे हैं, तो इससे जो है काफ़ी राहत मिलती है। डिफरेंस आ जाता है 5-6 डिग्री और 3 डिग्री, 4 to 5 डिग्री, 4 to 5 जी। इन सब से फ़र्क पड़ता है कि एल्यूमिनेट नेट आपने सुना होगा, शेड नेट, ये इसीलिए हमने ओपन कर रखा है। टेम्परेचर हाई है, 40 तो नहीं होगा, 40 नहीं होगा, 40 तो मैम अभी नॉर्मल है ही नहीं यहाँ पे, थोड़ा ह्यूमिडिटी ज़्यादा है, इसकी वजह से थोड़ा ज़्यादा। तो ये कलर्ड कैप्सिकम है, रेड एंड येलो कलर कैप्सिकम। ओके, वैराइटीज और वो हमने सब मेंशन की हुई है, अगर आप कौन सी वैराइटीज हमने लगाई हुई है, अगर हमने यहाँ ट्रांसप्लांट किया, वो सब इन्फॉर्मेशन हम सामने टैग्स पे सभी बेड्स पे लगाते हैं। टैग देखेंगे तो उसके ऊपर सब लिखा हुआ है, अगर आप आगे देखेंगे कि ये देखिए कि कौन सा वैरायटी लगा है और कब ट्रांसप्लांटिंग हुई है, इसके आगे देखेंगे। इसके अंदर देखिए ये हमारे 8 से 9 महीने की सिंगल क्रॉप लगाते हैं पॉली हाउस के अंदर, तो उस टाइम पे पूरा सीजन चलेगा। अभी मई जून के अंदर ही हम इसको रिमूव करेंगे। ये पूरी प्लास्टिक की मतलब ये हटेगा मल्च, हाँ मल्च शीट हटेगी, छट्टे की दोबारा से प्रिपरेशन होगी, फिर नेक्स्ट सीजन जी अगेन। हाँ बिल्कुल, लेकिन ये है कि इसके अंदर एक ही क्रॉप लगती है एक साल में, क्योंकि लंबा ड्यूरेशन है। अगस्त सितंबर में लगा देते हैं इसमें, मई जून के अंदर। हाँ जी, कितनी हार्वेस्टिंग
मैम नवंबर ऑनवर्ड स्टार्ट हो जाएगी अब हमारी, एंड अप टू यू कैन से मई तक हम लेते हैं इसमें मैक्सिमम। मतलब अब एक नंबर काउंटिंग एग्जैक्ट तो नहीं बता पाएंगे, बट आप देख सकते हो नवंबर टू मई
हम
काफी लंबा
करते
टाइम
हैं कि कितना हमारा रिक्वायरमेंट है सेल पॉइंट पे, जितना सेल हो रहा है उसके अकॉर्डिंग पिकिंग्स होती है।
थोड़ा सर्दियों के टाइम पे ही जाता है, कलर चेंज लेट होता है बिकॉज़ टेंपरेचर जो है अराउंड 1 to 5 डिग्री के आसपास रहता है। सो एट दैट टाइम थोड़ा
जो हेल्प चाहिए, जो कंसर्न एक्सपर्ट है वो बैठ के बात करते हैं टेलीफोनिकली या जैसे भी होता है। ऐसे होता है जी। डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन भी है, ट्रेनिंग हम ट्रेनिंग भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं सेंटर। तो जो हरियाणा के फार्मर्स हैं उनको फ्री ट्रेनिंग होती है, और जो आउट ऑफ स्टेट है उनको पेड ट्रेनिंग्स होती हैं। तो ट्रेनिंग्स भी देते हैं फार्मर।
ये जो सीरीज है ना सर, ये फार्मर लेके जाता है
मार्केट प्राइस थोड़ा सा देखते हैं कि क्या मार्केट चल रहा है पूरा 10 पुराना सेंटर हो गया।
अभी छोटा है ना, नवंबर में हार्वेस्टिंग स्टार्ट
हमारा जो कस्टमर भी
उसको भी अभी जैसे मैंगो तो पूरा हो चुका है, अभी फरवरी में फ्लावरिंग स्टार्ट होती है, ऐसे अलग अलग
ऐसे है लाडवा, ऐसे है, फिर लाडवा से हम हाईवे पे है जो ये, लाडवा से फिर हम ऐसे हैं रामनगर,
वो अंदर है,
वो
इंटीरियर में
लाडवा थोड़ा सा इंटीरियर में है, रामनगर हाईवे पे है।
अगर सर हम वहाँ से
जो थाली में छोटे
जैसे ही आप शॉपिंग विजिट हो जाए ना, तुरंत के तुरंत बस में आ जाना, वेट करना ना पड़े। इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखना हो, तो पहले भी रह गए थे ना, पहले नहीं चाहिए लेट हो जाओगे सर। हेलो
डॉक्टर साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग। संजीवी क्या
सेल करने का, जो प्रोड्यूस करने का है उसमें क्या रहती है, हमारी डिफरेंट मेथड्स यूज़ करते हैं हम। जैसे वेज ग्राफ्टिंग हो गया, जो भी हमारे ग्राफ्टिंग मेथड है, जो हमारा मेनली इस सेंटर पे है, उसको हम वेज ग्राफ्टिंग यूज़ करते हैं। जैसे मैं सबको पता है कि मेनली जो है हम प्रोडक्शन ट्रेनिंग करते हैं स्टार्टिंग से 3 से 4 बहुत मेजर क्यों नहीं कर सकते। तो उससे क्या होता है, जब नेक्स्ट ईयर में फ्लैशेस आती हैं ना, न्यू फ्लैश आती हैं सारी, तो वो हमें ज़्यादा प्रोडक्टिव बेनिफिट देती है एज क्वालिटी वाइज, ठीक है, और यील्ड इंक्रीज करने के लिए। लीची में जो हार्वेस्ट टाइम है लगभग आप लोगों के एरिया में, किसके एरिया में किसको है, लीची का जो हार्वेस्ट टाइम है वो मेनली मतलब बाकी सारी क्रॉप्स का थोड़ा लगता है, लेकिन लीची ऐसी क्रॉप है, यील्ड लगभग आप लगा लीजिए एक प्लांट से हमें पूरे साल में 70-80 किलो 1 क्विंटल तक भी मिल जाती है एक प्लांट से यील्ड, ठीक है। और इसके जब हम मतलब जो प्लांट्स आगे प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, जैसे कुछ एक क्रॉप्स हैं, कुछ एक क्रॉप्स में हम ग्राफ्टिंग करते हैं, कुछ एक क्रॉप्स में हम लेयरिंग करते हैं। लीची में क्या होता है, मेनली एयर लेयरिंग बोलते हैं, जिसको हम देशी भाषा में गुट्टी भी बोलते हैं। बुट्टी बोल देते हैं, या फिर कोई चाइना के उधर मार्कोटेज बोलते हैं सर। तो इसमें क्या करते हैं, जो भी सूटेबल ब्रांच होती है उसको सिलेक्ट करके उसके साइड के थोड़ा जो अपनी वो उतार के उस पर मॉस ग्रास लगाते हैं। मॉस ग्रास लगा के उसको टाई अप कर देते हैं, ठीक है।
वो 4 लोग रहते हैं अभी। आ जाइए मैडम, आ जाइए, छोड़ दो चाय।
हाँ ये भी
कंपाउंडाइज क्या करती है, विजिबिलिटी में हेल्प करती है। कुछ इधर और जो इसकी दो होती कंपाउंडाइज, एक कंपाउंडाइज में 7000 लेंस होता है, ठीक है, और 3 होती है ओसीलेट, वो लाइट की इंटेंसिटी को डिटेक्ट करती है। अभी जैसे लाइट कम है तो कंपाउंडाइज उसको गाइड करेगी, तो ओसीलेट उसको गाइड करेगी। अभी अंधेरा होने वाला है या बादल हो रखे, क्लाउडी वेदर, अपने घर जाओ, अदरवाइज अपन गुम हो जाओ, इसलिए वो उसको सिग्नल देती है गो टू योर होम, तो इसलिए वो घर चली जाती है। ये स्मार्टेस्ट इंसेक्ट की कैटेगरी में आता है हनी बीज, वो डंक पीछे से मारती है, ठीक है। तो जो क्वीन बी होती है उसका सोल पर्पज होता है एग लेइंग का। तो क्वीन बी जो 1500 से 2000 अंडे दे देती है, 3 दिन तक ये एग ही रहता है, अप टू 3 डेज ही एग ही रहेगा। आफ्टर दैट 5 to 6 डेज लार्वा रहेगा, 11 to 12 डेज ये प्यूपा रहेगा। जैसे ही 10th डे स्टार्ट होता है, ऑन द स्टार्ट ऑफ 10th डे वर्कर बीज इसको सील कर देती है, प्यूपेशन स्टार्ट हो जाता है। 21 डे और 22 डे जो वर्कर बीज का जो अडल्ट है वो इसमें से मर्ज हो जाएगा, ठीक है। और इधर से मधुमक्खियाँ वैक्स का सीक्रेशन करती है, जैसे आप लोगों ने देखा हो वैक्स की कैंडल्स बनती है, तो इधर से 4 पेयर ऑफ वैक्स लैंड होती है, इधर से मोम निकालती है मधुमक्खियाँ। और ये एंटीना होता है, जैसे आप लोगों को गाड़ी पे एंटीना लगा होता है, मधुमक्खियों पे भी 2 एंटीना होता है। वो क्या करते हैं, लाइट को, न्यूज़ को, टेम्परेचर को, ह्यूमिडिटी को सेंस करता है, साथ साथ में किधर से अच्छे बी फ्लोरा का स्मेल आ रहा है, एसेंस को उसको डिटेक्ट कर देता है। तो ये स्मार्ट इंसेक्ट की कैटेगरी में आ गया। इसके पास एंटीना है, कंपाउंड आइज है, इवन 5 आइज है, और ये टंग है, 6 टंगे हैं, ठीक है, ये कहीं भी फ्लाई कर सकते हैं। ये जो बी कीपिंग इक्विपमेंट्स है, इंटीग्रेटेड बी कीपिंग डेवलपमेंट सेंटर IVDC रामनगर, सभी हरियाणा के जो किसान होते हैं जो सब्सिडी के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं उनको 75% की सब्सिडी पे ये ऑल दी बिल कीपिंग इक्विपमेंट्स, हनी एक्सट्रैक्शन सभी इक्विपमेंट्स ऑन सब्सिडी अवेलेबल है फार्मर्स के लिए, ठीक है। तो हरियाणा के कैंडिडेट्स को काफ़ी बेनिफिट होता है इससे। उससे हमें कौन कौन से प्रोडक्ट मिलते हैं, तो जैसे प्रोपोलिस ये टूथपेस्ट बनाने का काम आता है, एंटी बैक्टीरियल एंटी फंगल प्रॉपर्टी होती है, ठीक है। और इम्यूनिटी को बूस्ट करने के लिए भी इसको यूज़ करते हैं। ये है बी पोलन। बी पोलन जो डायबिटिक पेशेंट होता है, रेसलिंग करते हैं, स्पेशली जैसे स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन होता है उसके लिए काफ़ी अच्छा होता है। इसमें जो प्रोटीन का लेवल है 25 से 40% तक प्रोटीन होता है, 25 से 40% इसमें प्रोटीन परसेंटेज होता है, एंटीऑक्सीडेंट होते हैं, मिनरल्स होते हैं। ये बीज वैक्स है, ये कैंडल्स बनाने के लिए, छत्ता बनाने के लिए मधुमक्खी का, हम फाउंडेशन सीट बनाने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं। ये हनी है। अब हनी काफ़ी वैल्यूबल प्रोडक्ट है, मोस्ट न्यूट्रिशियस फूड ऑन द प्लेनेट बोला जाता है इसको। तो घर पे हनी को कैसे कंज्यूम करना चाहिए, हैंड वॉश किए, हाथ के ऊपर हनी रखा और अपनी टंग से उसको सक करके धीरे धीरे खाओ उसको, ठीक है। और ब्रेड पे लगा के, रोटी पे लगा के, अर्ली मॉर्निंग बॉडी का वेट लॉस करना है, डिटॉक्स करना है बॉडी को, तो 1 स्पून हनी, 1 गिलास वाटर, ल्यूक वार्म वाटर, हल्का सा वार्म, और उसमें 1 लेमन या हाफ लेमन अपनी चॉइस के अकॉर्डिंग उसको यूज़ करना है। और जैसे मुरब्बा वगैरह बना के इसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं। इसके अलावा जिसको उसका हार्ट का प्रॉब्लम है या जिसके आर्टरीज वगैरह क्लॉग हो जाते हैं, हाई कोलेस्ट्रॉल लेवल हाई हो जाता है, तो उसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, एक गांठ होता है लहसुन, आपके घर पे रखा हुआ है ना, शायद कहीं जम जाता है, वो सूद होता है। अगर हनी हमारे पे घर पे रखा हुआ कभी भी जम जाए ना, तो वो 100% प्योर होता है। जो जैसे बैफेलो का जो घी होता है ना, जम जाता है, उसी तरह सरसों के फूलों से जो शहद आता है वो वाइट कलर में जम जाता है। सूरजमुखी जो सनफ्लावर का जो हनी होता है, जस्ट लाइक काऊ घी, येलो जम जाएगा वो।
Done.